The 1988 D1 dime is a fascinating and collectible coin from the United States Mint, struck at the Denver Mint facility, as indicated by the small D mint mark on the obverse side, just next to the date. This coin is part of the Roosevelt dime series, which has been in continuous production since 1946, following the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Designed by John R. Sinek, the dime honors Roosevelt not only for his presidency, but also for his role in founding the March of Dimes, an organization created to combat polio. The 1988 D-dime continues this long-running tradition of American coinage, representing both historical significance and practical use in everyday commerce. The obverse front of the coin features a left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, with the word liberty inscribed along the left edge. To the right of his neck is the motto, "In God We Trust," and below the bust lies the date 1988 accompanied by the D mint mark for Denver. The initials JS can also be seen at the base of Roosevelt's neck, representing the designer John Sinek. This side of the coin symbolizes leadership, courage, and the fight for social causes that Roosevelt was known for, giving the dime both historical and moral value beyond its monetary worth. The reverse back of the coin carries a simple yet meaningful design. It displays a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty and enlightenment, flanked by an olive branch on the left representing peace, and an oak branch on the right symbolizing strength and independence. Around the edge, you can read United States of America and E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, while the denomination 1 dime is written below. This beautiful design reflects America's values and ideals, liberty, unity, and strength, that have guided the nation since its founding. The 1988 D-dime is made of a clad composition, meaning it is not made of silver like older dimes. Instead, it has a copper core with outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silvery appearance. The total weight of the coin is 2.27 grams, with a diameter of 17.9 millimeters and a reeded edge. These specifications have remained consistent for all modern dimes since 1965, after the US Mint stopped using silver due to rising costs and the need for more durable coins. Because of this composition, most 1988 D-dimes are common and found in circulation, but some special varieties or error coins can be quite valuable to collectors. In terms of mintage, the Denver Mint produced an impressive 1,035,210,000, over 1 billion, dimes in 1988, making it one of the more common issues in the series. However, collectors often seek out examples in uncirculated condition, MS, or proof-like quality, as these coins show full details and retain their original mint luster. A coin with a high mint state grade, especially MS67 or MS68, can be worth much more than face value, sometimes reaching $100 or more depending on condition, strike, and demand among numismatists. Error coins from this year are particularly interesting. For example, a 1988 D-dime with a double die obverse, DDO, or off-center strike can fetch a high premium. There are also examples where the coin was struck on the wrong planchet or has a misaligned die, making it rare and desirable. These kinds of minting errors can turn a common dime into a valuable treasure for collectors. When inspecting your coin, look for unusual features such as extra lines, missing letters, off-center images, or double outlines on the date or lettering. These can indicate a special variety. From a historical perspective, the 1988 D. Roosevelt dime serves as a small but meaningful artifact from the late 20th century, a time when the US economy was stable, technology was advancing rapidly, and American coinage was fully transitioned to modern clad materials. Despite being mass-produced, every dime carries a sense of American pride and continuity, symbolizing the strength of the nation and the enduring legacy of President Roosevelt. In collector circles, this dime is often recommended for beginning collectors due to its affordability and availability. It is a great piece for starting a Roosevelt dime collection, especially if you want to include coins from all mint locations, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Many coin sets include the 1988 D as a representative of the decade's minting quality and craftsmanship. In modern market values, circulated examples of the 1988 D-dime are typically worth only their face value of 10 cents, but uncirculated and high-grade coins certified by PCGS or NGC can be valued between $5 to $100, depending on condition and rarity. Error coins, or those with exceptional eye appeal, may command even higher prices. Collectors always check for sharp strikes, clean fields, and full details on Roosevelt's hair and the torch flames, as these are key indicators of quality. In conclusion, the 1988 D. Roosevelt dime is a small, but historically rich coin that continues to circulate widely in the United States. Though most examples hold little monetary value beyond face worth, the coin stands as a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt's enduring influence and America's values of liberty and unity. For coin collectors, it serves as a fascinating reminder that even the smallest pieces of change carry stories of history, craftsmanship, and legacy. Continuing ahead with more deep details about the 1988 D1 dime, let's explore its historical context, collector appeal, grading system, and special varieties in greater depth to help you fully understand why this small coin holds such remarkable importance in the world of numismatics. The Roosevelt dime series, to which the 1988 D belongs, began in 1946, following the passing of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. This coin replaced the Mercury Dime, which had been in circulation since 1916. The decision to honor Roosevelt on the dime was not random. It was deeply symbolic. Roosevelt had led the fight against polio and founded the March of Dimes, a campaign that used the very word dime to symbolize small contributions from millions of Americans to fight the disease. Thus, the dime became not just a coin, but a tribute to unity, public health, and compassion. Every 1988, D-dime carries forward that same symbolic legacy that began more than 4 decades earlier. In 1988, the U.S. Mint in Denver was one of the busiest coin-producing facilities in the world. The quality control was generally high, but with billions of coins being struck, small minting errors did occur, and it is precisely these errors that create collector excitement today. Many collectors search for 1988 D-dimes that have die cracks, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes. A die crack may appear as a small raised line across the coin's surface, while a repunched mint mark shows evidence that the die was struck twice slightly misaligned. These varieties are sought after by coin enthusiasts, and can make even a 10-cent piece worth several dollars, or more depending on rarity. The grading process is another crucial aspect that determines a coin's market value. Professional grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, use a 70-point scale to evaluate the condition of a coin. A coin graded MS, 60 to MS, 63 is considered uncirculated, but may have minor marks or dull luster. An MS 65 coin shows strong luster and minimal flaws, while an MS 67 or higher grade indicates near-perfect condition with sharp details and glowing brilliance. Finding a 1988 D-dime in MS 68 condition is quite rare, and such examples can sell for over $100 or more at auctions or numismatic shows. The metal composition also plays a role in how collectors and historians view the coin. The copper-nickel clad structure ensures the coin's durability, preventing corrosion and wear. When freshly minted, the dime exhibits a bright silver-like shine that gradually dulls with circulation. Interestingly, the outer nickel layer gives the coin its silvery color, while the inner copper core gives it a faint reddish tone visible on the edge. The reeded, grooved edge serves both aesthetic and practical purposes. Originally, it was used on silver coins to prevent people from shaving off precious metal, but even on modern coins, it adds to the distinct texture and design integrity. From a historical and cultural point of view, 1988 was a year when the United States was experiencing both stability and transformation. The Cold War was nearing its end, and technology was rapidly changing society. Coins like the 1988 D-dime became everyday symbols of an evolving nation, small but essential tools of daily life. Millions of Americans carried these dimes in their pockets, unknowingly holding a piece of history that connected them to the ideals of freedom and unity. In the collector's market today, the 1988 D-dime is often included in full Roosevelt dime albums that span from 1946 to the present day. Such collections highlight the evolution of U.S. coinage design and materials over decades. Many collectors also enjoy the challenge of finding all the mint marks. P for Philadelphia, T for Denver, and S for San Francisco proofs. The 1988 D version completes the trio for that year, making it essential for a full-year set. Speaking of proofs, while the Denver Mint did not produce proof coins, The San Francisco Mint did issue 1988 S-proof dimes, which were struck on specially polished dies for collectors. These proof coins feature mirror-like backgrounds and frosted images, displaying incredible detail. Pairing the 1988 D circulation strike with its proof counterpart creates an excellent display of contrast, one minted for the public, the other for collectors. Another important area of discussion is era varieties. Some fascinating 1988 D dimes have been reported with broad strikes, where the coin expands beyond its normal shape, clipped planchets, where part of the coin is missing due to a cutting error, and die clashes, where the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet in between, leaving faint mirrored designs. Each of these unique errors adds personality and rarity to the coin, with values ranging from $10 to over $200 depending on the type and clarity of the error. For those who enjoy the educational side of collecting, studying the 1988 D dime provides insight into minting technology and history. By the 1980s, coin production had become a highly mechanized process, but imperfections still slipped through, making certain coins unique. Observing these variations helps collectors appreciate the blend of art and engineering that goes into minting every coin. Finally, as a piece of everyday history, the 1988 D dime symbolizes the enduring legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt's leadership and the progress of the American people. Though small in size, it represents courage, hope, and the fight for equality and recovery, values that Roosevelt himself embodied during his time in office. So, whether you're holding it as part of your daily change or preserving it carefully in a coin album, the 1988 D. Roosevelt dime connects you to an unbroken chain of American history that stretches back nearly a century. Backhand index pointing right if you find this kind of detailed information useful. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more rare coin stories.